The B Square family feud. What's going on? You know, a lot is going on in the family, more than what they're actually bringing to the social media for us to see. And I'm not here to say Peter is right, Paul is right, Jude is right. I'm not in the family. We only have the little information that they release to us on the social media platform, and that's not enough. Believe me sincerely, there is more going on behind the social media, behind closed doors. There is more going on between those guys. And I'm only just bothered about the strain in the family ties. Like, their mom is no longer alive, and even with the mother not being alive, bullets still they eat mama forever. What about this family ties? Because whether I believe it or not, these people were once close. What happened? Hmm. Let's talk about this.
Okay, let's go.
Hi, you're welcome to my channel. You're welcome to Conversations with Busola. I am Busola, and you're welcome. You're very much welcome. My old subscribers, you know I love you. You already know that I love you and you mean so much to me. I love you so much and you're welcome back. And to my new subscribers, I love you even before I meet you. So please stick around, let's be friends. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So when I post new videos every week, I post new videos every Sundays by 4 p.m. So you'll be one of the people that will get the notification first. I believe you're going to enjoy it. Now let's dive into the conversation. A lot of us grew up we grew up saying things like we don't want to become like our father's family, our mother's family. We have seen siblings fight, we have seen the resentment, we've seen the fight, we've seen the anger, we've seen how family became strangers. We have seen it all. And we do not want to become like that. We saw how money made brothers who were once close became strangers. We saw our sisters we shared rooms right away in the parental, we shared rooms, we shared clothes, we did everything together, no longer talk to themselves. What happened? And slowly everybody became busy, the calls became less frequent, the messages became less frequent, the family gatherings became less frequent, everybody's minding their business, minding their family, minding their work. And then one day you just realize what happened? What happened to us? Are we drifting apart too? Conversations became Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, Happy New Month, Happy New Year, and that's all. And then the question is, when did we start drifting apart? Are we drifting apart? What I feared, is it happening? I'm sure you're not ready for this conversation. Or are you? And you know the funny thing, nobody actually declared a war and said, I'm not going to talk to you again. That's the scary part of it. It just happened. The drifting just happened. And this is why we have to be more intentional about it. We have to be more conscious of this situation and, end it so that we don't see the same pattern repeats in our children. So we don't see that same kind of pattern happening, repeating itself in our children because they watch, they see, they know these things even when you don't tell them. And if you ask me one of the major culprits, I would say number one, favoritism. When a particular parent has a favorite, of course it's normal for a parent to probably like a child more than another, probably because of the character of the child or something, but making it so obvious that every other sibling to know that this is the favorite. Parents having favoritism and showing it boldly among children, it causes jealousy among the kids. Everybody is trying to prove a point to show the parent that okay, I can also do like this person. I'm this. It creates strife among siblings. That's the honest truth. It creates strife. It creates resentment. And wait, don't tell me you have watched up to this point and you're yet to give this video a thumbs up. Please give it a like. Give me my like. Give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a like. go to the comment box and please drop a very nice comment. Drop a comment, a heartfelt comment for me. I want to read from everybody. Drop your comment and do well to subscribe. If you're new to this channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel. I'm promising that you love it in here. And also please hit the notification bell so when next I post my video, you'll be the first to get notified. That's one. Then number two is money. Let's not even try to say that money is not a thing. Money is a factor. Money is another thing that causes drift among siblings. Are you ready for this conversation? I ask again because money is a major culprit. You want to ask me why I said money is the second culprit? Okay, here is it. Family, siblings over time they fight over inheritance, who's going to take this, who's going to take that. And let's even leave inheritance aside. Let's Everybody is not going to be financially equal. We're not all going to be equal financially. Somebody will have more money and somebody will have less money. So when a person in the family is treated less because it cannot give more. So here comes the question: how can we make sure that money doesn't break our relationship? Because there will always be difference. There will always be difference. A siblings might become might have financial freedom on time. Another sibling may struggle for years. One sibling may move abroad. Another might remain at home. So how do we make sure that money does not cause issue? How do we make sure that the one that has money does not feel like an ATM handling every family problems? And how do we make sure that the one that has financial struggle, how do we make sure that he or she does not feel like a burden or feel less of a person? When money conversations becomes who bring more, who earns more, who is always giving money, who is always asking for money, who feels entitled, who feels overburdened with family problems, family financial problems in this sense. And sometimes the money is not even the issue. It is what the money reveals. What money reveals now becomes the issue. Somebody feels entitled, somebody feels used. Because suddenly the sibling who has money feels used and the siblings who does not have money feels inferior. How do we prevent ourselves from getting caught up in the web our parents were caught in? Our parents, we all have one story or the other. My mother's family, my father's family. How do we want to do it that we're able to prevent such from happening with us, whereby our children are strangers with their cousins? They are strangers with their uncles and their aunts. How do we prevent that? How do we stop that? Because whether we like it or not, our children are watching, whether the ones that are here already or the ones that are still coming, they're watching. And children do not only learn by what we tell them, by what we say to them, they also learn by what they see. They know whether auntie called, uncle called, whether mommy visited auntie. They see whether daddy is angry with his brother, they see when mommy is angry with his sister, they see how they talk, how they converse. And these children, they see everything, they learn, they have it saved up, they see the tension in the family, and then they also grow up, they get married, they have their own family, and then they think it's normal. Okay, I am angry with my sister, it's okay for me to cut her off. I have my family now. I am angry with my brother, okay, it's okay for me to cut him off. Cutting off. I have my wife, I have my children, I have my husband, I have my children, and all manner of stuffs. And this thing actually has to stop because before we know it, it becomes a generational thing. It moves from one generation to another generation unless somebody comes and say, no, this must end with me. I am here to put it to you that it can end with us. It can actually end with us. I'm not saying every family has to be perfect. I'm not saying that you have to be close to somebody that is dangerous to you, that hurts you all of the time. I'm not asking you to tolerate toxic behavior because somebody shares blood with you. Because family is actually even beyond blood. So I'm not asking you to tolerate toxic characters, toxic behavior because somebody shares blood with you. Sometimes distance is necessary. Sometimes boundaries are necessary. Sometimes relationship genuinely needs to change. No, I'm not saying that. But there is a difference between setting all the healthy boundaries and allowing relationships to die because nobody's trying to make it work, nobody's trying to put in the effort that it requires to grow the relationship. And I think we need to look at it in that light. If my relationship with my siblings is deteriorating, What do I need to do about it? What can I do about it? How can I make it work? If you are not talking, have I made an attempt? Have I tried to call? If we are becoming strangers, am I okay with my children not knowing this person? So maybe I can't change what happened with my extended family, but do I want my children to inherit the fight, the struggle? Do I want this kind of relationship that I have with my cousins, my uncles, my aunts? Do I also want my children to have that kind of relationship? Because when we're talking about inheritance, it's not only in money, in properties, even family is an inheritance. When your child or your children are people that can have their back, having family is something actually. Having close bonded families. I have many instances of families that I look up to on this social platform, and I'm good with their closeness. Their delicate families, the nursing ume, Kuraubidi's family. So this is where intentionality comes up. We have to be intentional about bridging the gap in our family. We need to let our children see the efforts that family is important, and everybody has to put in their efforts to make it work, to make the strong grow, and to make the bond grow stronger. Because if you don't do this, it's really not a good thing. It's happening. We see a lot of families that are broken and whole. Because at the end of the day, we all have to do something to keep our family together. Make that call today. Call that siblings of yours today. Grow back the old flame, the bond that used to be among you. What could be the cause of the drifting? Try to sort it out. Check on them, celebrate their wins, show up when you can, uphold family traditions, let your children know their cousins, let them know their uncles and aunts. Not everybody is an enemy, not everybody is a witch or wizard. Don't allow every disagreement to become separation. Don't allow pride to get in the way of you saying, I am sorry if you have offended particular siblings of yours. Don't allow money to be more important than the relationship. And please don't wait for anybody to die before you tell them how much they mean to you, before you decide to be good to them or contact them. Because a lot of people prefer to cry, to have their tears at people's funeral when they had all their chances in this world to mend relationship, to check up on them. So please pull that call through today to your siblings. Pull that call through today. Let forgiveness, let it flow like water between you guys. Let forgiveness flow. Let forgiveness be the watchword. Let love let love be true amongst all of us, and let everybody uphold themselves as one. If you have what it takes to help somebody else, help them, because when they have that particular money, when they have their financial freedom, it will actually help you also, because they won't stress you, they won't burden you. And if they're trying to help you on the other side, make sure that you are grateful, don't be wasteful, and don't be too entitled to somebody else's money. If they are helping you, thank you is good for them, because I don't want to grow old and realize that I spent my whole life complaining about the kind of family where I came from, only to end up creating that same kind of family for the children I brought into the world. I want them to see something different, not perfection, but intention. I want them to see that family can still disagree and still love themselves, that people can have different lives and still stay connected, and money can be handled without destroying relationships, that forgiveness is possible, that boundaries can exist without hatred, and that being family is not just about sharing the same blood. Sometimes family has to be a decision that we keep making. So, watching everything that has been happening to the Biscuit family has made me thought about my own family. How can I make my family relationship? Are we drifting apart? What can I do? How can I make it work? And I also like every one of us to also think about this, because we do not want to be, we don't want to fall into the same pit our parents fell into. Let's be intentional about our family. Okay, this has to stop with me. I'm not going to pass this on to my own children. It has to end with my generation. So let's all be intentional about it, because whether we like it or not, family is important. Family is important. So maybe it can end with us. Maybe the pattern do not have to continue into our children's generation. Maybe we can be the generation that says, this is what I inherited, but this is not what I am passing on. And perhaps that's the real question I want to leave you with today. What kind of family are you building for the people that are coming behind you? You know why? Because your children are watching and one day they will do what they saw. This is Conversations with Busola, and I will see you in the next conversation. See you then. Be good. I love you. Bye.